My name is Charles Berlitz. I was born in New York in the year 1913. When I was child, I have a name Lynn Berlitz. I was raised in a home where each relative and several spoke to me in a different language. I grew up to adolescent speaking eight languages fluently as an adult. I remember having the childhood illusion that every human being spoke a different language, and I wondered why they didn't. Hear their own language like everyone else in their home. My father spoke to him in German, my grandfather in Russian, and my baby sister in Spanish. I started working for the family language school, the Berlin School of Language during my vacation from university, the public house of which he was a vice president. So among other things, Turing Phrasebook and Pocket Dictionary, several of which he has authored. He also played a role in the envelope of language current on time on recording. He left the company in the late 1960s, shortly after selling to the Polish Collier and Macmillan. He wrote Magma Cum Laude from Yale University and was a graduate on paranormal phenomena. He wrote several books of Atlantis. In his book In the Mystery of Atlantis, he claimed Atlantis was real, based on the interpretation of geography, physics studies, classical literature, tribal tradition, and archaeology. He also attempted to link in Bermuda Triangle with Atlantis. He claimed to locate Atlantis under the sea in the Bermuda Triangle area. He was also alone an advocate to astronauts who believed that aliens had visited Earth. Berlitz spent 13 years on active duty in the University States Army, primarily in intelligence. In 1915, he married Valeria Seri, with whom he had two sons of my born that I did her is the mystery of Atlantis, mystery of forgotten worlds, the Bermuda Triangle, without a trace, the Philadelphia experiment, the Roswell incident, Doomsday, Atlantis, the eighth continent, the Atlantis, the lost continent revealed, the Noah lost ship in search of Earth in Arant, the Dragon Triangle, World of Incredible but True, World of Strange Phenomena. My most famous book is Bermuda Triangle, which sold about 20 million copies on its name of Vincent Glaze, a popularizer for paranormal who named the Atlantic region delimited by Florida, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda. In Russian magazine in 1964, but if there is one author that public opinion links to the area, it's Charles Berlitz, whose work, The Bermuda Triangle and Without a Trace, have sold millions of copies worldwide since 1964. I argued that disappear in the region are they one the aliens who have been planes and ships for several generations, or ancient and even current Atlantic activity in this area. In addition, other authors speak of interterrestrial civilization, magnetic vortices, and space-time holes. Bill Gates was born into a wealthy family that provided him with an education in elite centers such as the Lexell School and Harvard University. Always in collaboration with a friend Paul Allen, he entered the world of computing for forming a small team dedicated to carrying out programs that they sold the companies or public administration. In 1965, we moved to Albuquerque to work supplying the Meat Company with a series of programs that could be used with the first microcomputer, the Altair, for which they had developed a version of the basic programming language. That the same year they found their own computing software a production company, Microsoft Corporation, in a Creek, with Bill Gates as a president and CEO. Their business consisted of developing programs adapted to needs of new microcomputers and offering them to manufacturing companies, shipping that is there had developed them themselves. When Microsoft began to grow in 1979, it has 16 employees at the time. Until the early 1960s, our invention of the microprocessor made it possible to reduce the price and size of a giant computer. Existing until then, it was the side step towards a dream long cherished by many leading companies in the technology sector to build computers of a reasonably size and price that would allow computing to all companies and homes. The first of arrival would start an extremely lucrative business with enormous potential and was unthinkable that a company like Microsoft dedicated only to software, operation system, and programs could play a role in this race between manufacturers of hardware, that is, of machines. And also, it was beginning a competition between computers manufacturers to honest that there was more than one plugin in the mid-1960s in the garage screaming with all kinds and household goods. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak designed and built a computer circuit board and showed innovation and imagination. At first, they intend to sell just the board that they some came convenient, starting a company Apple and selling computers. In 1977, they began to market the second version of their personal computers, the Apple II. which was sold with an operation system also created by Apple, an historical milestone that marked the birth of personal computing. Thanks.